G'day, how you doing? It's Dave here. Just before Songkran, I'm about to head off on a mammoth road trip on my bike, but I'll talk more about that later. But because I'm heading off on this mammoth road trip, I thought I'd do a video about how I set my bike up for touring and the stuff that I take with me, and like the various tools that I take with me when I go touring, and just basically how I have the bike set up for touring. So I'll start off by showing you some of the modifications that I've made to the bike specifically for touring. Now the most obvious thing you can see here is the windscreen, the larger windscreen. Now, as you can see, it is quite a lot taller than the standard windscreen. Now, being 180 centimeters tall, this windscreen was pretty much useless for me. Even on its highest setting, I was copying wind buffeting in my face, and the noise and the whistling that would have sent me deaf. The whistling, it just made for a very uncomfortable ride with the wind buffeting my head around like a rag doll, plus all the noise. It was not nice. This new screen obviously offers much better wind protection than this standard screen, and I can still feel the wind in my face, but it's clean wind. It's not that rough, turbulent, buffeting wind. It's clean, like clean air, and it is so much better than this thing, the standard screen. And it looks a lot better too. I think it looks a lot better with a higher screen on it, and obviously it offers that protection as well. And the next thing are the handlebar risers. These little black things here, they're the handlebar risers. They not only raise the handlebars, but they move the handlebars slightly back as well. And also the seat. This seat is a custom made seat with the hump moved further back. The hump used to be about here and it was a lot higher. Now it's a lower hump and it sits a lot further back, and that allows me to stretch my legs out further. So yeah, I can sit here with my feet further out, my legs almost straight. There's a bit of a bend in them, but so yeah, that extra leg room, and with the handlebars, moving the handlebars further back, that means I'm not stretching forward for the handlebars, so it makes for a nice, comfortable, neutral position ride. Very comfortable ride. Next is this, the GPS crossbar. I bought an aftermarket GPS crossbar, which I've bolted my quad lock mount onto, which I can bolt. I clip my phone onto it, like so, and I have that there for navigation. Now the quad lock has these little rubber dampeners here. It's a vibration dampener, because without that you'll more than likely damage your phone from the vibrations, and they dampen the vibration nicely. And also I have this USB-C cable so I can charge my phone. Now the bike comes standard with a USB port in this little compartment here. I don't know if you can see it. No, you're not going to be able to see it. In this little compartment here, there is, up there, you can't see it, a USB-C port. And I've drilled a little hole in there so I can route the USB-C cable up to my phone. Now you might think it leaks. Drilling that hole in there is going to make it leak, but it doesn't. I've tested it, I've tried it. It doesn't leak. And I've also fitted these Huck Rider crash bars. They look nice too. And the headlight protector to protect against stone chips and what have you on the road. And I think the bike looks more aggressive now for it. It looks better. As well as functional, practical use, I think the modifications I've made for the bike, particularly the front end, the screen and the crash bars and the headlight protector, make the bike look more aggressive. I love the look of the bike now. It looks fantastic. You'll have to excuse just how filthy this bike is. I got caught out in the rain yesterday, but this is the latest modification, an Acropovic slip-on muffler. It's a lot lighter than the standard muffler. It sounds a whole lot better than the standard muffler. The standard muffler, it sounded like a bloody lawnmower. Now it sounds really nice, and it has gained a little bit of power too. And the exhaust comes with a DB buster that slips into the back of it. This little circle piece here. You can undo a screw on the side in here and pull it out, and it makes it a lot louder, but it makes it obnoxiously loud. It's too loud. And interestingly, with the DB buster in the back of the muffler, it's got slightly more power than without it, which I found interesting. And it sounds good. It sounds really nice. It's not too loud. It sounds and goes and looks a lot better with it. I'll do a quick sound test for you now. All right, here we go with the sound test. This is the part I like. As you can tell from that, it sounds a whole lot better. It's all about road presence, people being able to hear me as well as see me with the spotlights and everything. It's all about road presence. Now, I don't care what anyone says, but loud pipes save lives. It's blatantly obvious. Now, I'm not talking about being obnoxiously loud. There's no need for that on the road. Save that for the track, and this bike will never see a track. But loud pipes save lives. Simple as that. Okay, on with the modifications. The next one is these side boxes and the top box here. These side boxes are Shad 23 litre side boxes, and the top box is I believe 45, 50-ish litre, I can't remember now. So with the side boxes and the top box, plus the under seat storage, I have ample room to pack all my stuff. Also, I've ordered a tunnel bag that will sit right here. That's going to be for my camera gear. It's going to be so much more convenient to have my camera gear readily accessible when I'm on the road. I just hope it gets here before my mammoth road trip. I only ordered it yesterday, so hopefully it comes before I leave. So, how do I pack my bike for long distance touring? Well, I like to try and keep the centre of gravity as low as I possibly can. And the lowest point for packing stuff on this bike is the front section under the seat here. As you can see, that is the lowest section. It's probably about here, like only just above the footboard. That's the lowest section, and it's far better to keep the centre of gravity with the weight as low as possible. And as you can see, I've got plenty of room. I put my tools up the front there because they're the heavy-ish items. My tools up the front, which I'll show you in a minute, and just various whatever stuff at the back here, my wet weather gear and that sort of stuff. Now, I do take basic tools with me, which are here. I'll show you inside this little box. It's actually a GoPro box, GoPro bag. And now it's for my tools. So yeah, everything's all compacted into there. That's just a spare hockey strap. I've got side cutters, pliers, Phillips head screwdrivers ×2. I've got various screwdriver bits, various spanners ranging from 8mm to 17mm, I think, a box cutter, and a set of Allen keys, and this socket set. It's a very basic socket set, small socket set, as you can see there. Very basic stuff, but the most important thing, cable ties, zip ties. These have saved my bacon on more than one occasion. Never go anywhere without them. Now, as well as those basic tools, I also like to bring my tyre pump, compressor, there we go, and also a tyre repair kit. This saved my bacon last year down in the south of Thailand in Chumpon. It's one of those kits with the little strips that you put in with this tool, and yeah, if you want to know how to use it, just Google tyre repair kit and you'll see what I mean. They're the tools that I bring with me when I'm touring. In fact, my tools stay under the seat permanently, so they're a permanent fixture, part of the bike. So, what do I pack? I pack my clothes in the side boxes here. I take a week's worth of jocks, so 7 pairs of jocks. What else? I've got a list here. About 3 pairs of socks. Two spare, like the one I wear, plus 2 spare long sleeve riding shirts. 1 pair of jeans, or spare pair of jeans. About 3 or 4 pair of shorts, and a pair of thongs. Not those sort of thongs. I'm talking about thongs you wear on your feet. Flip-flops, they're called in some parts of the world. So yeah, a pair of flip-flops. I call them thongs in Australia. And my toiletries also go in the side boxes as well. And I try and keep the side boxes even weight in each side. Just for stability of the bike, keep the bike in balance. And until my tunnel bag arrives, my tech gear, my camera gear, and my tech gear, laptop and everything goes in the top box here. But when that tunnel bag does arrive and my tech gear can go in that tunnel bag, this top box will be kept virtually empty, because that's a big top box and it is a lot of weight on the top if I put my tech gear in there. I mean, it's okay, but I'd just much rather keep it down low. And I don't want my tech gear in the side boxes because it's just too vulnerable in there. If I happen to have a fall, it could get smashed along with my top boxes. So yeah, when I get that tunnel bag, this top box will be virtually empty, and it'll have a few odds and ends in there, not much. I want to try and keep this top box empty for when I'm touring, and I'm on the road, and say I want to go and have lunch or something, I can just lock my helmet up in there rather than carry it around with me. It's from experience, it's a pain in the ass having to carry a helmet around everywhere. Now, it's a $900 helmet and I don't want to sit it on my bike for too long. If I'm nipping into a 7-Eleven or something, yeah, it's safe, it's Thailand, you know, but if I'm going in a restaurant, or you know, having a meal somewhere and my bike isn't in line of sight, I get a bit nervous. Just for peace of mind, I just want it locked up in my top box. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I have a mammoth road trip coming up. It's actually more like several mammoth road trips coming up. Noi has a work trip to Nong Khai. She's got 2 work trips coming up. The first one is to Nong Khai, up in Isan in northeastern Thailand, right up on the Lao border in the city of Nong Khai, which is on the bank of the Mekong River, which is the Thai-Lao border. And the real fun starts when my friend Tom rides his NX500 from Chiang Mai across to Nong Khai, and we'll meet up in Nong Khai. And we got 5 nights in Nong Khai during the Songkran festival, and we might even consider going across the Friendship Bridge in Nong Khai, which goes over to Vientiane, I think it's pronounced, the capital city of Laos. So yeah, we might do that. It depends. I think we need a return visa before we go, and all the paperwork to be able to take the bikes across into Laos. I don't know. We'll see. We'll work that out. Then after the 5 days in Nong Khai, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do. About 4 weeks after the Nong Khai trip, Noi has another work trip down in Krabi in southern Thailand. So Tom and I, we're still planning the trip, and we may go from Nong Khai and both of us head back to his place to Chiang Mai for a week or so. He did mention that he'd like to go to Kanchanaburi for the Anzac Day service on the 25th of April, and then maybe ride down to my place in Greater Bangkok, stay here for a while in Greater Bangkok for a little while before we head off and ride down to Krabi. Yeah, there's no firm plan. It's just take it as it goes, or as Tom would say, suck it and see. That's the whole attitude we have to the trip. Just whatever happens, happens. Whenever we feel like going is when we'll go and what we'll do. It's just, yeah, unplanned madness. That's what I like. Now, while I'm here and talking about my mate Tom, I'm going to give his channel another shout out. His channel is called All Tied Up. The channel, I think it's about 6 months he's been in Thailand now, and he's recently done a mammoth trip from the very northern point of Thailand right down to the very southern point of Thailand on his Honda NX 500. Yeah, go check that out. He's vlogged the trip, and they are very entertaining vlogs. He's done well, I think. Yeah, so go and check him out. Go and check his channel out, All Tied Up. There'll be a link below down in the description. I'm looking forward to this massive, humongous road trip with Tom like you would not believe. It will be an absolute blast, I am sure. So yeah, I just can't wait. Really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm going to vlog some of that trip as well. Even though my travel vlogs don't do well, they're the sort of videos that I like making. So, and that's what I'm doing with the channel in future, making videos like this, and just videos that I want to make. So yeah, views don't really matter that much to me. So yeah, I mean, of course I want my videos to perform well, but I'm not going to make videos that I have no interest in order just to get views. I'm not doing that anymore. It's just boring, and it's too much like work. So I want to have fun with it, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm having fun with it. Hopefully you can join me for that mega road trip that I've got coming up, or several mega road trips I've got coming up. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. Please, if you're not subscribed, hit like, and I'll see you in the next one on our mammoth road trip. Peace.